Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to another episode of Life with Marianne and Joe. Obviously, I'm Joe, right? If you don't know me. And welcome to my Fall in Love with Fall Decorating 2022. This is episode number 2. If you didn't catch episode number 1, which was the top of this wall unit, I'll link it down below in the description box for you to take a look at it. I'd love for you to see how I did what I did. Now, I think I decorate a little bit differently than what I'm seeing so much of on YouTube. I tend to, some people would say, go overboard or over the top, but I don't actually look at it that way. I kind of decorate more in the vein of, I think, what you would possibly see in a department store window, or possibly in like in a catering hall, or a hotel, or things like that. And it's easy to do. It's not difficult. If you find it attractive, it can be done. I know a lot of people are into minimalism, and I guess I'm not, even though sometimes I try to cut down. And believe it or not, I have been cutting down, but it still appears over the top compared to a lot of other people, how they decorate and what they do. So today, in part 2 of Fall in Love with Fall Decorating, I'm going to be doing these cubby holes right here. And I'm not going to clean them like every other YouTube video does, where people take out their Mrs. Myers or whatever that thing is and they, clean. Obviously, you have to clean. So I took everything out and I prepped it. I'm ready to go so that I can begin my decorating. So I think it has kind of like, obviously I'm using the traditional colors. That's what I like. That's what fall is, and for me, that's how I see it. It's the colors, it's the smells, it's the taste. There's so much involved in it. Although I do think, neutrals are beautiful, they're just not for me and Marianne. That's not what we think of as fall. I love looking at it, and God bless you for what you do, but like I said, it's not for me. So I think I am leaning towards a slightly rusticy kind of a look, or a very traditional fall look, in the sense that I'm using a lot of baskets, and obviously the oranges and the burgundies and the yellows, the sunflowers, pine cones, and things like that. So what I think I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a lot of wicker throughout the house. Even though our house is not rustic, and it's not it doesn't usually lend itself to that. But like I look at fall kind of like I look at Christmas, where you can get away with just about anything if you have some kind of pattern or idea of how you're going to do this. All right, so let's get started. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wicker plate in each one of these cubbies. Okay, so just drop that on the floor. I'm going to use one of these from the Dollar Tree, and I'm putting this one here. Okay, and I'm going to put this one here. Again, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a very symmetrical kind of a person. Sometimes I do some things asymmetrical, but again, Marianne loves symmetry. She, she doesn't take well to things that are out of balance. So I try to please her, because what am I doing this for? I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for her, because, we're living it every day. People stop by and look at it, but they stop by, and then they're gone. Okay, next is this plate, which I think everybody has, and I'm trying to think where I got this. Dollar's Tree or Family Dollar. I'm not even sure anymore, but I'm gonna put this here because it echoes that pumpkin story that's going on up there. Okay. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I am going to use this mercury glass orange with the little chestnuts there. Not chestnuts, what are those called? Acorns. And I'm going to put it on the angle in the corner here like that. And then the other one I am going to put over here. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is, for those of you that know me, you might recognize this, right? And what this is this is a piece of PVC, you see, and I cut it, and then I used spackling paste here, and I made it look like a tree trunk, and then this is a piece of cardboard here to make it look like it's sliced. And I did this for Easter, but I thought it would be very appropriate for the fall since we use so much, you know, branches and, you know, outdoors kind of things. And I'm just going to put this here like that, all right? And I'm going to use, on top of that, I'm going to use a pine cone because I like to use a lot of pine cones for the season, right? And then I'm going to soften it. I'm going to use these grape leaves, so get a little bit of green in there. And then I'm going to use some leaves right here. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now on this shelf, what I did so far was I put a wicker basket in the back, and then I used these two candles right here that you can get these candles. I still believe you can get them like in HomeSense and stuff like that. I have one up above in the lantern, so it makes a triangle. I have one, you know, like that. Okay, so I think what I wanted to try to do is to put one of these here. I think. And then I have so much stuff out that you can't see. The room is a big mess. And then I want to put this basket here. But that's not going to work because it's too far out. So let me see how I'm going to do this because I don't like the way that looks on its own. Unless I can get this all the way back there. Was my back to you the whole time? I hope not. Okay. I'm going to wire this to this, and let me shut this off while I do. So what I did was I took that boxwood wreath and I wired it. I used a floral wire to the tray back there. So, I mean, I know I hid almost the whole tray, but you can still see the wicker right here. And then it had kind of like an oval shape in it, and I had this Bless Our Home sign, so I stuck that there. It's going to be partially covered because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to build some arrangement in here, and I want to use, you know, a pumpkin here and some leaves and stuff. So I'm going to be working on that next. Okay, so we're gonna get started on these side cubbies now, and what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna make them similar to one another. They'll have one recurring feature in all of them, and then a little bit different, the second feature in there, just to mix it up and to give it some interest, when you look at it. So I got these from, we've all seen these. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're good for, holding up things. And I'm just going to start right now. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put them in there now, and then I'll generally mix them around. I got these plates a few years back, and I wish I could remember where I got them. It was a dollar store, but I don't think it was the Dollar Tree. It might have been Dollar Zone. I'm not sure. But they're really nice. They have that sunflower in them. They have the pumpkin in them, and they are black. And they're that Melmac, or whatever you call that. They're not glass, they're not plastic. They're that heavy duty plastic. Okay, so here we go. And you know what? I have to switch because I have Google down there, and the plate's going to be in the way. So I think right now I'm just going to zigzag the plates back and forth like this. Okay. So that will be the recurring feature that's there for right now. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up or continue on that idea of the baskets, like the pumpkin baskets that are up there, the apple baskets, and I'm going to use these little baskets. And I don't have 6 that are the same, but that's good because they're all this kind of bamboo wicker looking, yet they're all a little bit different. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this one like this for now, okay, just behind the pumpkin. Then let's see, this one I have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on its side like this. All right, you see that? Sorry, I'll bring it closer so you can see. And then this one, which is a little bit bigger, I'm going to put down here because it'll cover up the light that I have in the back. So let me just give you a close-up of that before I do anything else. So that's the first one up there. Then that's the second one right there. And that's the third one. You see it has that light in the back and it has Google there. So I'm going to try to, incorporate that. All right, so here they are. What I did was the plate, the basket, pumpkins, and if you notice I put a bottle back there because I needed height there, and I just put a sunflower in there, so it kind of looked, to me it looks like old-fashioned with the bottle with a little flower growing out of it. So those are the 6 cubbies that I did for the wall unit. Okay, so I actually finished this wall unit and it only took me 2 days. I worked last night until like 1:30 in the morning on the top piece, and then today just a couple of hours, because I had to think about it. That's what takes all the time. If you do everything exactly the same, obviously it's easier. It's a lot easier because you know where you put everything, and I always have to fight that because we're creatures of habit, and we always want to put things back in the same place. So that's where the time gets taken up as I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will show you the entire piece all done. And if you just stumbled on me, please subscribe. I'm always looking for new subscribers, and a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. It pushes my videos into another algorithm. I don't know how it works. I just know about it. But that's what happens. And drop me a comment, say hello. And I love hearing from you guys. I try to answer you all back. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time because I'm a little bit busy, but I do appreciate all your comments. So stay tuned for the ending, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be back in a couple of days with episode 3 of Fall in Love with Fall Decor. And I'll be doing the mantle in the family room. Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoy it.